Mercy Village Church, two videos in 1 week. I apologize for that, but we just posted something to our website, two things actually, and I want to share them with you. There's two things we haven't done in a while. One is a baptism service, and the other is a child dedication service. And so we want to have both of those things soon. There's people who have been interested in baptism. There's people who've been interested in child dedication service. And so, but we wanted to be clear about what those things are and how Mercy Village practices those things, because within the Protestant Christian tradition, there are different ways of practicing, in particular, baptism. But we just wanted to be clear about where we stand. So we've put together two pages on our website, and so I'm going to try to make that show up here. There, you should be able to see it. This is our homepage, www.mercyvillage.church, not .com, mercyvillage.church. And if you go there on your phone, you probably would have to tap the word resources. It might be at the top. There might be like one of those hamburger-looking things, like the 3 lines. But on a website, it shows up here on the left side. And if you hover over resources, you can see a link to our blog, a link that says baptism, and a link that says child dedication. So if you click on baptism, for instance, you'll get a brief explanation for what baptism is. You'll find an interest form for anyone who has more questions about baptism or would like to explore baptism at Mercy Village Church. You can fill that form out and submit it. There's also links to a bunch of PDF files. I'll tell you more about those in a second. The other is child dedication. This is more of a Baptistic tradition, or any church that doesn't practice infant baptism. There are some Protestant evangelical churches that do, and that tends to serve not the same purpose, but that kind of important moment in a young child's life. Again, we won't get into that completely in this video, but just to say that, like, because we practice believers' baptism at our church, not infant baptism, that doesn't mean that we're not deeply valuing how we raise our young people to know and love Jesus in the family of God. And so a child dedication service is really geared around that idea. And so if that's you, if you're someone who's been curious about that, and it has been even a couple years, we call it a child dedication service for several reasons. One very, very personal reason: we brought our daughter home from Uganda when she was 5 years old. She wasn't a baby, so it wasn't a baby dedication for her. It was a child dedication. There's instances like that where children are older when they come to be in our care. There's also times where churches don't do a child dedication service for 2 or 3 years, and and your kids might be a little bit older. So this isn't just for babies. You can read all about it. The PDF will look something like this. Child dedication service info will be there. This is a way of us owning the sacred calling of being a parent together, committing to certain things in front of the body of Christ, as far as it looks like to be parents who love and lead our children in the way of Jesus, and then the church committing as well to some things to come alongside parents and families as they do that. And so it's a special service, and it's all explained on the website if you have any interest in that. And then the other documents, the documents you'll find on the baptism page, is our document on baptism at Mercy Village Church. This is a little bit heady. It's all accessible, but there's probably more in there than you need to know. We answer maybe questions that you don't even have about baptism and about the different traditions of baptism within Christian history and Christian denominations and things like that. But we also talk specifically about how we practice baptism here at Mercy Village Church. And then there's this document that is for to help you with your kiddos. It's talking to your kids about salvation, baptism, and communion. And so if you have children who are asking any questions about any of those things, about what it means to be a Christian, about what it means to take communion, about baptism, that's your starting place. And then both of these pages also have a form where you can express interest in participating in a child dedication service or participation in baptism. And so now that those things are out there, what we'll do is anyone who's interested in baptism, as enough people kind of express interest, will follow through the process that you can read about on the page. And then we'll get a baptism service on the calendar, and the same with a baby or a child dedication service as enough interest is shown. When we have a few families, we'll schedule one of those as well. So if you have any questions, as always, just reach out to me directly, or just fill out one of those forms on either one of those pages and just put your questions in there, and I'll get back with you concerning that. So excited about getting these resources into your hands and to see what God does through them to bring us more into the way of Jesus as parents of children, and through the sacrament of baptism and even communion. And so, again, let me know if you have any questions. Love you guys.